Good evening. This is Randy Curvin from Kirksville, Missouri, and this is Rant and Randy's Rant. This is the second attempt tonight at this one video. I started at 5:59, and again, it was going live, doing nothing. So I went down and removed the first one. That's the reason I will do them only to newsfeed, public, to my timeline, because I don't have the time to go out there and remove shit because YouTube is fighting me just like Facebook is. Damn it. And this piece of shit. All right, where the hell do I start? I'm too fired up for this bullshit. I thought I would borrow a line from Bill Maher last night. This year has been the fucking of this country, and that is true. Hello, Fred. Glad to see you, brother. Don't know whether I want to go back through everything. I do know. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Give me a moment. Kind of go through some of this. Okay, here's where I wanted to start. 12 million cases in the U.S. What's Donnie do? He skips out on the side meeting about the pandemic to go play golf in Virginia. Got to, grift a little more money out of the taxpayers because he's a coward. And I'll talk about that now. Trump skipped a side meeting on the pandemic to play golf in Virginia at one of his properties. The piece of shit grifter is AWOL from his office of presidency. He's a coward. He knew they would discuss the numbers in this country, 12 million cases, over 250,000 Americans dead. So he skipped the meeting. Oh, that's real brave. You Trumpers must be proud of that. Oh, that's right. You all think it's fake. It's not a real pandemic. And I wanted to get to this story first off. Parson is doing nothing for prisons as the pandemic rises in Missouri. He looks the other way. They put his ass back in office in this state. Now that's what they're going to get. If you Republican voters have got anybody you know in prison, they have probably got a death sentence because he's not going to care. Lawsuit and Eric Smith, I believe the young man's name is, best describes this in the video that I put out a few minutes ago. A lawsuit by the Republicans in Pennsylvania to throw out millions of mail-in ballots, and most of them are going to be Philadelphia, where there is the bigger population of blacks and people of color. And these are mail-in ballots. So remember, he said that all of it is full of fraud. Now the Republicans in that legislature are going after it, trying to flip it to where they can send electors to give Trump the state of Pennsylvania. This is a racist attempt to take away black and people of color's votes. This is a party collectively seeking to subvert a free and fair election and install a dictator. I don't think they can succeed. You just can't throw out votes because you don't like the result. In affected states, join a class action lawsuit against the Republican Party. The gloves come off. The party must be crushed. And my hands are so dry because I wash all the time. I'm going to get through this pandemic. And yesterday, I believe it was, Donnie said the election, by the way, he won with over 74 million votes. He would not take any questions. Why? Because he can't answer to the 79 million votes for Joe Biden. Oh, wait a minute. Those are all mail in ballots, and they're illegal votes, and the dead voting. Yeah. And his meeting with the Michigan State House Republicans didn't go well. Michigan will certify the election Monday. They didn't learn anything that would overturn the election. And the campaign is still grifting off the Trump legal defense fund. This man is a grifter. If he's so rich, why can't he pay for his legal defense? 45 is going to be out of office January 20th, 2021. There is no state that can change the rules on elections after an election. This, according to an election lawyer, that according to state constitutions and federal constitutions, so without evidence, they can't stop states from certifying. Donnie's White House visitors haven't seen any evidence that changed Michigan's electors. They made it clear they would follow the Constitution. Bullshit Barbie was out saying that he never got an orderly transition. What the fuck was that? Have you seen the film, you Republican airheads, of the transition and how he thanked Obama for the good transition that he got? He didn't get a good one. He said he did on Inauguration Day. And Donnie yesterday accused Pfizer of holding up the news of the vaccine until after the election. It's always about him. Another Senator, Rick Scott of Florida, is tested positive for COVID-19. Giuliani's son tested positive, and dad has to self isolate, so now he can't be a part of the legal team. Legal team, my ass. It was a legal farce. And keep in mind, folks, Monday, Michigan's vote should be certified. And we all know he made an attempt by having the two Republican come to the White House, the Speaker of the House and the majority leader of the Senate of the State House. But they were not convinced, so that didn't change anything. But what they're going to probably do is sue there too. And the Republican Party responsible for it, your ass is crushed. You're going to get sued by the American people. It is time to place pressure on Congress. I called today. The office is closed. You can go to, in my case, you can go to Senator Roy Blunt .gov to do your complaining on the weekend. We already know they're not going to be back till the 30th of November. They're already off for Thanksgiving. And what we have to get across to them, we are not going to allow their president to steal the election and poke it at the Democrats that they're stealing it. No, when you win fair and square, you win fair and square. You thought 306 was a landslide, and the 2 million that Hillary beat you by was just illegal votes. But it's different now, Donnie, isn't it? It's you. But in any case, we're not going to let you subvert the will of the American people. And I got word from more than one on CNN and other sources. I believe the other source was a lawyer that they were talking to. It might have been Rachel, I'm not sure. My days run into each other through all this bullshit. Then we come to the case of Emily Murphy, a strange case indeed. She still claims there is no apparent winner in the 2020 election. She will also have to face 2 committees in the House Monday to answer to why she has not ascertained the winner in the race. Senator Lamar Alexander issued a statement on the presidential election, basically saying that Biden has won. Well, he didn't come out and say he won, but he said that all materials of a transition, resources, offices, etc., should be turned over to the Biden team. All that protection from Emily Murphy's breaking the law every day and are helping her break her own oath of office. We are just following orders, is what she said. Monday, Murphy will meet the House committees to explain her delaying ascertainment of Joe Biden. She cannot be obeying the oath that she took and taking orders from the White House. The president doesn't ascertain. That is her job alone. Any violation of law is only a civil violation in the future under the Biden administration, making it a criminal penalty for the good of the president-elect, Democrat or Republican, going forward. That's the way it should be. She shouldn't be able to hold up an election. Oh, and begrudgingly, Brian Kemp certified the election in Georgia. He didn't like doing it, and neither did the Secretary of State. But they did what they were lawfully supposed to do. And that also means that more than ever, the Blue Dot family needs to help both candidates in the Senate races of Warnock and Ossoff. I'll be placing their information at the bottom of this YouTube show and also the one on my timeline. And I'll just go into it a little further. I did see some more on Vice President Pence campaign for David Perdue. Both candidates were inside trading, making money off the pandemic. And Pence was saying that they won't give up until all votes are counted and throw out all illegal votes. Boy, is he an ass kisser. But he knows that Donnie is more than likely, if he was to say anything that could be in the least against Donnie, Donnie will fire his ass too. Holy shit. No, seriously, sometimes it's hard. I am glad it's my last day of the week. I just also wanted to say this is my job 6 days a week. I am not leaving it, even though it gets hard. I've got a lot of month left and not a whole lot of money to get through the end of the month. That's why I will be putting out the memes again. Hopefully, this next time, since I'm under the new Facebook, which, by the way, sucks. Let me get off the table. I'm shaking the computer. It sucks. I cannot use any backgrounds. You know how I put out my notices, usually with doves or the thing that looks like flames burning. I can't do that now. And I also found out today I can't use a GIF except on my timeline, because when I send it to other groups, it ends up with the GIF and nothing above it. It sucks. And I don't know. Other people are using backgrounds for their status. I can't, though. I can't find any way to do it. If you know how I can change my status to where I can do that, please let me know. I'd greatly appreciate it. Oh, before I leave you, I'll go out here and say hello. Hello, George. Let's see. I don't know, Maria. I don't know whether it's how PayPal. I don't remember back far enough to know whether, and it probably does use cookies. But what I usually do every now and then is I just go to Google and basically reset. That gets rid of all cookies. You have settings that you can clear all data, which would take care of the cookies too. There's always ways around things. So, but that's up to each and every one of you as to what you do. Uh, Hello, Josh. Hello, Brian. And of course, Maria. Yeah, I've made the connection now, Josh. Every time I see that, I think Josh. Uh, it takes a while. You blue dots are all over the place now. All right, I will let you go at this time. I'm looking forward to some off time, but that doesn't mean. Uh, and I will have the information out there at the bottom of this. It'll be at the bottom of uh, on the public feed, news feed, how you can do that. Again, I'll mention uh, I'm going to have to financially. I'm going to have to give up the PO box, uh, but that doesn't mean that you can't send your cards, letters, or donations. Just let me know in a personal messenger, and I'm very happy as a blue dot, and you are blue dots. I'm very happy to give out my address, and I don't worry about it. The PO box was to keep the Trumpers off me here in town. But I just can't afford to keep it up. Mostly I've been getting circulars that I get in my regular mail. So I'll be giving that up on November 30th. If anything's in there, they'll have to forward it to my home address uh, since it will be closing down the box. All right, I got all that out. I will get out my message plus the links to Warnoff and John Ossoff so that we can, as Blue Dots and the Blue Dot family, can make sure that we play our part in bringing the Senate uh, Democratic majority in the Senate, where we can tell uh, Mitch the bitch to sit down and shut up. Shut the fuck up. All right. I'll leave you with fuck Trump. Peace. Resist. Persist. And I insist. Keep calling Congress at 202-224-3121. Tell them their party will be sued in every state these lawsuits pop up. Class action is still a way that a regular citizen can either give money for these lawsuits or actually be a part of the lawsuit in any state. All right. I will let you go now. All right. Uh, have a good evening. Get some downtime. I know I will. I'm going to get into some music, post some good music. And I do admit, I like that about the new uh, Facebook. I can get, I don't even know how many groups I got out there. Uh, Well, I'm involved in 15, I'm an administrator in, but 13 of them are music. Well, actually, 14 of them are music. And so now what I can do is I can post all those groups in a matter of a minute or two. That makes it a lot easier. But there's too many fucked up things and it takes too long. I don't have the time to go out to the music groups and look to see how to greet people. I have to experiment with it, and I was telling people yesterday, it's going to take me longer to get some things done because I have to figure out how to get them done. Uh, as far as donations to me, I am a Blue Dot family member. Never will there be a charge for what I do. Helping me out is a lot different. Don't feel like you have to have money to subscribe to this channel. That's absolutely not true. This is free. I pay forward by doing this kind of work. And so if you can't afford to help me out some, because that's not true, I will be here regardless. I want you to go down, like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you later on. Have a good evening. Bye bye for now. Share this shit. Here we go again. Share this shit.